In this video, I'm going to show you a step-by-step system that you can use to easily learn bar chords fast. If you're unaware, a bar chord is where one finger is laying down on multiple strings, not just one. So a minor bar chord on the 6th string looks like this. So we're going to start off with doing 6-string bar chords, all right? And I'm going to take you through step 1 right now. Step 1 is just to play the root note of the chord. So the chord progression we're going to do is B minor, A, G, D. All right? So this is on the 7th fret, then the 5th fret, 3rd fret, and 10th fret, all 6 strings. So you just practice this for a second. And when you've got that, you're ready for step number 2. The power chord. So the way you're going to do the power chord is you put your first finger on the 7th fret like you did before, but now your ring finger is going to go to the 9th fret 5th string, and then your pinky is going to go to the 9th fret 4th string. And now we have a power chord. Now this shape is going to be the same everywhere you put it. 3rd fret, there's always a gap in between, there's a fret in between. So if you're scrunched up like this, it's not going to sound great. Then we go to 10. So we got B, 7th fret, A, 5th fret, G, 3rd fret, 10, or D, the 10th fret. And you can let the open strings ring out too. I know that's technically not a power chord anymore, but it sounds great. But that is step 2. And before we go any further, if you've gotten some value from this video, please like and subscribe so you can see more just like this. Now, step 3 is where you put your middle finger down on the major chords. So we have a B minor. So for the first chord, we're going to keep this exactly the same. But then the rest are major. So when we go to A, you're going to put your middle finger on the 3rd string with that fret that's in between the others. So here it's going to be the 6th fret. And you get this. Then you just move that down 2 frets. Your middle finger now will be on the 3rd string 4th fret. And then you move it to the 10, where your middle finger will now be on the 3rd string 11th fret. And now we've got this. All right? And now we can move on to the final step. The final step is to do exactly what you just did, but just lay your first finger down on everything. And then you're going to have the for real bar chords. The problem people have with bar chords is that it doesn't always sound out quite right. And a couple issues is that people just don't have the flexibility in their fingers yet. They just got to practice it more. But a common problem is that when you're first doing this, you don't have any calluses on this side of your finger. So the skin is really soft. So it's really hard to take something that's soft like this and press down on these strings to get it to sound out. It's much better if the skin is harder, which is why you want a callus. Now, by doing bar chords this way and pressing down, eventually a callus will build, but it's much quicker if you just take your first finger and for like 30 or 60 seconds on the low strings, on the side of the finger. When you do a bar, the strings aren't hitting the middle. It's hitting the side a little bit because this is a little bit harder on your finger, right? So it's easier to press down. So you just take that and you just do this. You move it up and down the strings for like 30 seconds, 60 seconds a day, and this will build the calluses extremely fast. All right, now we've done the 6th string, now let's move to the 5th string. So the bar chords that we're going to play here, the chord progression is going to go E minor, D, C, G. So it's going to be the same frets just on the 5th string. So step 1 is to do just the 5th string. So we're going to go 7th fret, 5th fret, 3rd fret, 7th fret, or sorry, 10th fret. So we got 7, 5, 3, 10. And once you're comfortable playing that, you've completed step 1. All right, now step 2 is we create the power chords. So I'm going to go to the 7th fret, then I'm going to put my ring finger on the 9th fret 4th string, then my pinky on the 9th fret 3rd string. And and I get my power. And like before, you can let the open strings ring out. You just don't want the 6th string. So I'm muting the 6th string with the tip of my first finger. It's just barely touching it. I'm not on it. It's just pushing up against it to get that muted sound. So now I've got E, E minor, D, C, G. And that is step 2. Now, step 3 is a simple one, is we're just going to do something for the minor. So step 3 is over E minor, you're going to put your middle finger on the 2nd string, 8th fret. And this is what really creates the minor. You're not barring anything yet, you're just putting that there, and everything else is going to be the same. Then for the majors, you're just doing the power. And that is the next step. Practice that. When you feel comfortable, go on to the next one. All right, now this is the final step where you're actually going to do the barring. And here's how it's going to work. So for the minor, you're going to do exactly what you just did, but you're going to lay your first finger down. Should be barring strings 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, but should be muting the 6th string. So we get this. Now for the major chords, it's a little bit different. You're going to put your first finger on the 5th fret. Then you're going to have your ring finger lay flat on strings 4, 3, and 2, 2 frets up, so the 7th fret. The first string should be muted, and usually it's just naturally muted, so what normally happens. So the 6th and 1st are muted here. Then we just take that to the 3rd fret and to the 10th fret. And now we play this. And now you have bar chords on the 5th and 6th string. All right, so that is how you do bar chords. Now I put these in steps on purpose. So if you're working on one step and it's not quite there yet, keep working on that step till you feel a little bit more comfortable. It doesn't need to be mastered to be able to move on, but work on it. And when you've got it, move to the next step and then the next step. I promise, if you do this, you'll learn bar chords a lot faster than just trying to do the whole thing right at once. But I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you at the next one.